Lead X. X is for the extracurricular and co-curricular life of the Ateneo College students. X is for the X factor that transforms them into leaders, into men and women for others. X is for Lead X. Lead X.
Down from the hill.
Good morning, Ateneo. You are listening to 87.9 Radyo Katipunan FM, and we are Lead X. This is the show all about student activities, student organization life, and student leadership within the Loyola Schools of the Ateneo de Manila University. We are brought to you by the Loyola Schools Office of Student Activities. Magandang umaga po. Ako po si Neil Reyes.
Good morning.
Ayan, magandang umaga. At ngayon po, it's a very, very beautiful, medyo mainit-init na October 21, 2019. We are slowly inching closer to the end of October, and we are 65 days away from Christmas.
Uy, pero nakakatakot na yan ha. Medyo sumi-60 na tayo. Ibig sabihin parang 2 months na lang.
Konti na lang pagkatapos ng October. Ayan, medyo
Nakatakot po sa gastos, pero syempre ina-anticipate naman natin talaga yung Pasko.
Or baka nakakatakot ba dahil malapit na rin ang Halloween? At wala pa akong costume.
Wala pa rin akong costume. Open for collaboration.
Oy, gagawin natin yung pwedeng pair costume. Pinag-usapan lang po namin yung costumes dahil meron pong sa Office of Student Activities po, meron po kaming annual Halloween party. Costume party.
Nasa Instagram po namin. Tignan. Yan. Promotion. Ateneo.os. Ayan. Yung mga bandang dulo makikita yung mga costume namin. Ayan. Speaking of Halloween, si last night yata yung Star Magic.
Parang Halloween
Oo, na sila. Nag-Halloween party din sila. Tapos, ang dami ko nakuha idea doon Pero sa akin.
Sige nga. Magtitingin nga rin ako doon para may kasi so far wala akong idea.
Oo, pinag-uusapan lang natin last week yung sa diba? Yung sa White Chicks favorite comedy movie. May nag-White Chicks.
Sino to? Sinong artista?
Si Enrique Hill tsaka si Liza Soberano.
Wow! Nako, sige nga.
So, para okay, yes, best kayo, best in costume kayo sa akin.
Kailangan ko na talaga.
Pero hindi ako judge
idea.
Oo, pero ang galing. Tapos medyo may nagka-issue, as you know, yung sa Twitter. Medyo sensitive yung mga tao. May nag-costume kasi ng Grab food. So parang kinall out nila na raw sa inyo, patatawanan lang daw yung Grab food, pero raw yun, parang hanap buhay.
Ito totoo naman.
Totoo naman, di ba?
Di ba? Hindi ko na alam.
Oo, sometimes talaga, no? Pero anyway, gano'n. So parang some people didn't, talaga.
Okay.
Hindi siya pinalagpas. Kawawa naman si Kuya din, di ba? Siyempre na, yun, medyo na-call out.
Sure, baka naman Grab food talaga yun.
Oo nga. Pero mukha naman siya artistahin, di ba?
Okay.
Hindi naman siya dichotomy, di ba? Baka meron.
Oo nga. Bakit sige, wag na. Hindi na ako
Anyway, ayan. So yun, medyo may issue rin. Hindi talaga nawawala na yung issue.
Oo nga eh. Alright, speaking of issues, hindi kasi lang di ba malaking issue na rin ngayon yung traffic sa Katipunan. At nung nakaraang last Friday, the Sanggunian in partnership with Student and Administrative Services Cluster of the Loyola Schools launched what they call Blue Biyahe.
Blue Biyahe.
Yan. They partnered with Yellow Dot Transport para naman matulungan ng ating students, and I think it's also open to employees
yata. Paki-check nga Kiel. Ano siya parang yung route niya, di ba, from Marcos Highway tsaka Aurora Boulevard.
Yes.
Tapos curious ako kung ilan yung sumakay kanina.
Oo nga, ngayon yung first day ng Blue Biyahe. Yun, meron siyang dalawang terminals, diba? Yung isa coming from the east sa SM Masinag with 2 stops in between.
Yes.
Alam ko yung isa sa may Macdo Marcos Highway, diba? Ang pambansang hintayan ng east.
Totoo yan. Kay Rami ng ang dami ko nang
ang dami ng meetups na nangyari.
Ang dami ng meetups, ang dami ng mga field trip.
Nandoon ng meeting place.
Nandoon ng meeting place.
Ayan. Tapos yung isa isa sa may SM Marikina.
Meron din sa SM
Ang stop, yung isang stop.
Okay. Pero medyo ano yun, hindi curious ako dun sa SM Marikina. Kasi ewan ko dun sa mga taga-East, hindi namin dinadayo yun. Hindi ko alam kung bakit laging dun yung stop.
Tsaka matraffic din dun.
Oo, kahit yung Ateneo P2P dati, parang bakit kayo nagsistop sa SM Marikina? I mean, kung galing ako lang parang hindi. It's a no. Baka,
Ayan.
baka
Tingnan natin yung magiging turnout the next few days.
Baka yun din kasi yung pumayag, di ba? May kasi
Well, pumayag naman silang daanan yung nila nung sinareo.
kasi secretly chinicheer ko na sana meron sa Feliz.
para mas
Kasi mas
malapit.
convenient sa Feliz kaysa sa SM Marikina. Oo.
Kasi, tama.
Pero baka naman, di ba? Beke naman.
Bigyan naman.
Yun, pero sige, try na. Cute siya. Ay, hindi naman siya cute yung ex-traffic, pero nakakatuwa rin na meron
tayong
medic. Saka meron siyang security
guard, oo.
Yan.
Just in case, no? Just in...
Very Ateneo talaga,
Ayan. Tapos yung naman, yung magagaling naman sa kabilang side ng Aurora Boulevard, ang terminal nga ay sa Robinsons Magnolia. Tapos meron ding dalawang stops na medyo hindi ko may dalawa maalala. Meron din, ganun din, same din.
Feeling ko Cubao yung isa.
Yung isa Cubao, yung before yung before Ateneo na sa may somewhere
Sana sa Gilmore.
Cubao.
Bago.
Ayan, of course, Blue Biyahe is in response to yung sinasabi nilang 6 to 9 month repair time ng LRT2, especially yung pagsasara ng Santolan to Anonas stations na talaga namang medyo nakaka-perwisyo siguro sabihin na natin to the commuters, no? Hindi lang po mga Ateneo students and employees, no? Lahat po kung makikita nyo lang po, ay nako, sa may Santolan, nakakalungkot.
Oo. Tsaka ako, hanga din ako sa Sanggu na ginawa nila na for students. Sana naman sa employees meron din. I mean, open siya sa employees, pero parang hindi yata masyado naiisip yung mga employees when a lot of them are commute, like me. So,
marami naman talaga. Nangangailangan ng isang convenient way to get to Ateneo.
Kasi yung sa Ateneo P2P before, hit talaga siya sa employees. Pero sa students, parang I think hindi ganun kataas yung reception. So sayang tinanggal. Kasi nga, alam ko yung target niya for students. Pero sayang I mean, actually kung wala lang din sigurong tumitingin, pero hopefully matignan din natin yung yung sa employees. Kasi sila rin nahihirapan mag-commute.
Well, baka rin naman itong Blue Biyahe can be, di ba, parang a start
open
to
naman siya. Open naman siya for employees.
To open
pero afterthought na lang sila. Yun. Kami pala.
Kasali pala.
Taga doon pala. Ayan.
So, kapit lang po mga commuters natin. Sana ay hindi naman abutin talaga ng 9 months yung pag-repair nung LRT2. Although, yun nga, parang medyo malaki-laki yata yung sira talaga. And actually, ang hinihintay talaga dito, yung matagal, kaya siya tatagal ng 9 months, yung kumbaga sa purchasing office nila, yung pagbili nung materials na kailangan sa pagpapagawa nung line. Yun pala yung matagal.
Tsaka sana, although excited pa naman ako kasi, di ba, dapat magbubukas na rin yung dalawang stations.
Ayaw nga,
Oo, halos tapos na rin yun So,
pa rin to, makakaantala pa rin sa...
Yun lang. Kaya, yun. Tsaka sana, siya, parang we also take part as a community dun sa, discussions din on how to improve the trans. Sana huwag tayo mag-stop dun. Although it's a brilliant idea, sana huwag tayo mag-stop dun na parang, okay na tayo kasi meron na tayong shuttle. So, hindi. Parang, ang hirap naman na hindi natin din iisipin yung kapwa natin, di ba? Yung kapwa lang natin sa loob, pero yung sa labas, bahala kayo.
Kaya
dyan.
nga,
Pero
baka pwede rin may maisip din tayong paraan how to help other commuters, no? Siguro maganda siguro, Sir Ino, pagka nagbukas na ulit yung Santolan to Anona stations, sabay magbubukas na rin yung dalawa pang
yun nga, di ba?
Tingnan natin, baka
Kasi ang hirap din.
nakakatuwa rin yun.
Ako, yun talaga, kung doon kayo dumadaan, talaga medyo nakaka goosebumps po yung haba ng pila sa araw-araw. Tapos makikita mo yung mga pasahero, parang quiet pa lang sila. Kasi yung biyahe pa lang, ubos na yung
Wala na eh.
energy mo.
Oo.
So kung may inis ka pa, nako, wala. Ubos
parang
na talaga.
nire-reserve na lang nila yung energy nila for work rather than mainis ka sa commute kahit sa loob-loob mo talagang
Nagma-mindfulness exercise na nila para ma-relax.
kailangan na.
Oo, ayan.
Ayan. Ngayon mo po, no, Sir Ino, yung mga naganap sa loob ng ating pamantasan nitong nakaraang linggo. Marami na pong napag-usapan, marami na pong nabanggit tungkol sa mga
Ano ba to? Ito ba yung menu ng AMPC?
in partnership with the health service.
Oo. Marami na mong nabanggit tungkol dyan. Alam ko yung day one, adobo yata yung ulam to. Ay, gusto ko yan.
Tatawa kayo, ha?
Joke lang.
Hindi, pero ayun,
Parang light lang tayo.
pero yun nga po, we have been parang shaken by another news of or another case of sexual harassment, no, in campus. And I think it was last Monday when a post from Monday night
diba?
when a post from a student was shared by people online about his experience with a certain faculty member. And it prompted some faculty members as well and students to hold a protest in front of the La Costa Hall last Tuesday naman. Oo.
And I think mainly initiated ng faculty. There was this faculty person who parang posted or parang
Called
invited
for the
people.
protest.
Yeah.
Oh, and it was also attended by a number of alumni din. And then it went on to a discussion last Friday between the administration,
Meeting, di ba? Nag-meeting yung
admin, Sanggu, and representatives from alumni din and from the faculty to discuss possible ways of improving what we have now, the systems that we have now, the protocols, the processes, and how to properly move forward from this. And while the meeting was ongoing in Xavier Hall, there was a group of students then outside Xavier Hall holding a silent sit-down protest, yun yung tawag nila, sit-down protest. And literally, no, nakita ko sila noon, they were sitting down. And ang sabi nila, outside Xavier Hall, outside OSS yan. At and that protest was a display of their support for the ongoing dialogue. Yun ang sabi nila na parang kumbaga parang finally nagkaroon na ng talagang para formal dialogue between the admin and the students, faculty members concerned to talk about sexual harassment on campus. So yun yung nature nung sit-down protest last Friday.
Yan. So marami na pong nabitawang mga salita.
Marami na.
Online and
Talaga.
offline.
In a span of 1 week.
Oo, ganyan. So very harsh siguro. Well, syempre, naman, 'di ba? Hindi ako personally hindi ko alam yung
Wala rin.
hindi ako privy dun sa information na pero yun. So it's a very sensitive topic and I'm sure, syempre we do not tolerate this at all. Kung merong mga syempre kung magsabi ka naman sa Twitter, I'm pretty sure meron ding pinanggagalingan siya kung saan nanggagaling yung mga tao. I hope yung mga naka-experience ito before, even alumni would also di ba, be courageous enough
Yes.
to file complaints. Kasi yun yung talagang hinahanap natin, Hindi natin sinasabing walang nangyari. I'm sure meron. Pero sa tayo, parang file natin para hindi para magtanda, 'di ba? Sana nga may mag-file even sa courts eh.
Yun. Parang naman, it's ang lagi naman sinasabi na it's always an option to file something outside of the university.
Hindi lang dito.
Hindi lang naman
kasi I think yung magagawa naman ng university is mostly administrative,
yes,
'di ba? In HR.
Parang in relation to the affiliation of the person with the university. Yun lang yung magagawa ng paraan ng university.
Pero kung sa tingin niyo may merit, by all means file tayo, sa police or para let's take them to court. Para tigil na yung mga ganyan, So
yes.
Oo, para tsaka rin, para hindi na rin nagkakasira-sira yung mga tao na puro accusations and ganyan. Pero tsaka I think tama naman na pag-usapan na talaga.
Kasi ramdaman naman natin yung frustration, yung galit from
some are even canceling the whole university.
Yung parang ganun na ka drastic yung communications about it, yung rhetoric about it.
Yeah.
So yun nga, it's really high time to discuss it, talk about it.
Yeah. Tsaka medyo syempre ako personally nasaktan ako doon kasi syempre tayo ginagawa natin lahat.
Oo.
Yung masakit na may mga teacher na seemingly ganyan yung ginagawa. Kasi po mahirap kunin yung tiwala ng students.
Parang siya,
mahirap talaga.
Parang masakit siya on both ends. Parang masakit makarinig ng balita about colleagues na ganon.
Diba?
Pero parang at the same time, for me rin, personally, masakit din na parang you have students and alumni na yun nga yung parang canceling the whole institution altogether.
Kami rin empleyado kami.
Empleyado rin kami dito.
Tsaka parang mahirap po, to tell you frankly, mahirap pong kunin yung tiwala ng students. And that's what we've been trying to do sa student activities. And then, when you have accusations like this, na parang si teacher ganyan, si teacher ganon, si professor ganyan, syempre, hindi mo naman masisisi yung mga bata, tsaka yung mga nagtitiwala sa school na na parang madamay pati kami, diba? Pati yung ibang employees na ano ba, hindi nyo ginagawa yung trabaho nyo, ganyan, or Ateneo protects sexual predators, na parang hindi naman. I don't think, siguro may pagkukulang, definitely may pagkukulang talaga, pero para sabihin na we protect, para sandali.
Yun yung yun yung parang parang ang sakit.
Masakit yun.
Ang sakit mabasa parang from yun nga parang on both ends talaga parang ipit ka, yung ganun yung
pero make no mistake, mas masakit yung ginawa ng kung totoo man yung mga accusations na mas masakit yung ginawa ng mga some teachers who did this.
So ayun po siguro tignan lang po natin antabayanan natin kung ano pa yung developments na mangyayari about these cases. Yun nga siguro the Sanggunian naman has been in communication with the administration and also with the other groups, individuals and persons involved with the cases. So yun, Ateneo kapit lang for the survivors, for the victims. Kapit lang din at sana we hope and we pray that we get to a resolution as soon as possible.
That favors the victims talaga.
Yes.
That favors the real victims of this.
Ayan. Okay. Punta naman tayo sa
Gretchen.
Walang presidente ang pipigil sa
iba.
Walang...
Actually, that night, yung Friday, ano ba to? Yung Monday ba yun? Monday, Tuesday night. Ang dami nangyayari. Diba?
Ay, nako.
Ayaw ako.
Ay.
So, may things na nangyayari inside. Pero may mga nangyayari
May mga nangyayari
outside.
din talaga na...
Away, gano'n.
Gusto ko talaga yung walang pangulo ng bansa ang makapipigil.
Ito, sabi nga dun sa tweet, di ba? Para isa to dun sa mga hindi kayang solusyonan ni Duterte. Among many other things.
Hindi niya kaya solusyonan ang Barreto clan feud.
On top of other things na hindi niya kayang nasolusyonan.
Ayan.
Diba?
Kaya po sa siguro sa Barreto clan,
Kapit lang din po. Ayan. Meron din pasasaan ba't?
pasasaan.
Oo. Kailangan na dali sa Supreme Court yan. Oo.
Ay,
Ewan ko ba?
well, ako sa personally,
Kailangan yata natin magpatawas as a nation.
Yung po yung susunod na project na MMDA ng mga local government.
Tawas sa bawat kanto. Yan.
Tatawa na naman kayo.
Hindi naman kami kalbo. Okay.
Ayan. Last week, Sir Ino, ayan, para medyo lighten ang mood natin. Last week, we had guests from one of our newest shows here on Radyo Katipunan. We had guests from the Loyola Film Circle to talk about their show Clapback. Diba? It's a show about film reviews from LFC and also with an angle of social involvement.
Yes, syempre, with the heart.
With the heart. Parang film review with the heart.
Yes, syempre hindi naman tayo hindi naman tayo Rotten Tomatoes lang, diba? Dapat may kabuluhan, kahulugan ng review. Diba? Tingnan natin. Kasi ako excited ako dahil magaling sila mag-review actually sa Facebook dahil pinapost nila yung mga reviews nila sa Joker. Very nuanced. Yan. So, ako excited ako to really watch the show. I think it's coming up this week. Tama, yan. This week.
On October 23.
Ayan, abangan nyo po. Ayan. Clapback. Wednesday.
Brought to you by the Loyola Film Circle.
Okay.
Okay, for this Monday morning naman, mga katipunera, we will continue to talk about World Mental Health
Day. Kasi October 10 was the World Mental Health Day. So, this month, we're celebrating mental health or wellness.
Wellness Month. Ayan. At pag-uusapan natin ng iba't iba pang mga initiatives, activities na pwede pang abangan together with the president of Ateneo Peers, one of the leading organizations when we talk about wellness here, especially here on
So, hindi
on
third,
campus.
hindi second, pero Ateneo Peers.
Okay. Hindi kayo natatawa.
Bakit pag si Miss Gala natatawa?
Kaya yan, we will be joined by the president of Ateneo Peers maya-maya. So, dyan lang po kayo. Lead X will be right back. Thank you.
We pray you keep us merry and faithful to you.
Hey, Katipuneros, don't change that dial because we'll be coming right back. We are now on YouTube. Watch all of our live episodes plus exclusive content in our channel at Radyo Katipunan FM. Don't forget to click subscribe and hit the bell to get the latest updates. Follow at Radyo Katipunan in our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter. Radyo Katipunan is now online. See our live feed on facebook.com/Radyo Katipunan. Check out our Instagram and our Twitter at Radyo Katipunan and subscribe to our YouTube channel at Radyo Katipunan FM for more exclusive content. Have you ever wondered how our blue eaglets are formed by the Ateneo? How they learn to take their first step, run, and fly? Join Batang Atinista as Jerome Garcia, Jeff Velasco, and Jenny Salvania, otherwise known as the Team JJJ of the Ateneo Grade School, share with us how the Ateneo is starting them young. Batang Atinista. Only here at Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
The time has come when we can fly and spread our wings against the sky.
This is your stop for all things pop. Catch our all-around pop culture geek, Cholo Sediaren, as he throws in some dose of what's poppin' and what's hot in the pop culture scene here on Popcorn. Munch in with us every Thursdays from 4 to 6, only here on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Cut! Good take! Want to hear our take on all your favorite filmy things? Tune in to Clapback, the radio show for film critics, production news, pop culture, and social commentary. Serving as a place for our voice in our cinematic universe. Hosted by the Loyola Film Circle, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Only here on Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Action! Lead X. X is for the extracurricular and co-curricular life of the Ateneo College students. X is for the X factor that transforms them into leaders, into men and women for others. X is for Lead X. Lead X.
Down from the hill.
Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. You are still listening to Lead X, brought to you by the Loyola Schools Office of Student Activities. Magandang umaga po sa lahat po ng mga nanonood at nakikinig sa atin via 87.9 FM on your radios and via our Facebook page at facebook.com/Radyo Katipunan. At saan pa ba
At sa ateneo.osa, facebook.com/ateneo.osa. Ayan, good morning po. Batiin natin yung mga, mga watchers. Si Ma'am Jen.
Hi, Ma'am Jen. Good morning.
Ayan, saka si Sir Ariel. Good morning.
Hi, Sir Ariel.
Diction.
Diction.
Mali mo si Ariel Rivera. Taga doon lang yan yata. Taga East doon yata sila eh. Hindi ko alam.
Okay.
Or si Carmina lang. Ayun.
Yeah.
Daming alam.
Anyway. Sir Ariel. Ano ba? Nasa China ka pa rin ba, Sir Ariel?
Nasa China ba? Oh, yata. Saka si Sir Jethro yata nasa
Sir
China
Jethro
din.
nasa China pa rin. So,
China Oil.
Yeah. Yan. Good morning dyan. Salamat sa pakikinig. Nami-miss ka na namin dito sa Radyo Katipunan. Ayan. Sabi ko nga, before we went on break, pag-usapan pa rin natin ang Wellness Month and all the initiatives, all the activities connected to wellness, student wellness here within the Loyola Schools of the Ateneo de Manila. And we have with us this morning the President of Ateneo Peers. Please welcome Ms. Rica Salud. Hello, good morning, Rica.
Morning. First time on the show.
Yeah, no,
Ateneo
nga.
Peers. Yeah.
Oo, tama. Oh. First time namin makakasama ang Ateneo Peers on Radyo on Lead X. Ayan. Before we begin, baka may gusto kang batiin.
Hi na lang to all the members of Ateneo Peers, especially my beloved Central Board.
Hello.
And also to all the alumni listening there. Hi.
Ayan, good morning sa Peers.
Peers, hello. Yung mga estudyante ko dati, 10 years ago. Na nasa Peers sila Lara. Good morning.
Yan, good morning. Rica, sige, before we get to Peers as an organization at yung mga gagawin at ginagawa ng Peers, siguro introduce yourself muna. Ano ba? Year, course, hopes and dreams. Sige.
Ang deep naman kagad.
Our leadership
High
journey
tide or low tide.
Ayan.
I'm Rika Sloot for BS Management. I'm actually a transfer student to Ateneo, so I originally came from Mapua.
Okay.
Ay, in Manila.
No, in Makati.
Makati. Okay.
For business ad. And then I only joined Pierce during my second year, and I was actually not active.
Okay.
Yes, but then the previous president, Carl Concepcion, he basically pirated me from a different org.
Wow.
Yeah, he asked me to be his AVP for PMD, and then now I ran for president.
Wow.
And one.
And
And
one.
one.
Ayan, no? Si Carl wala may kasalanan.
Ng lahat ng ito. Asa na si Carl ba?
Oo nga.
Pa rin ba siya?
Working na daw.
Working. Okay.
Working boy.
Carl, galing ha. Okay. And sabi mo nga, you only joined Pierce on your second
Second
year, no? Tapos you became an officer in your third year?
Yes.
Parang ako. Sa akin
ganun.
pala. Hindi, parang ganun din ako eh. Second year, member ganyan. And then, actually, nung gulat nga ako, hindi naman ako alam mo yun, hindi naman ako maingay or something. And then parang, sa DS kasi, parang na-invite yung officers. So, wow, nanalo. Tingnan mo yun.
Ayan. Pero ikaw naman rin. Ayan. Paano ka dumating doon sa decision to run for office? Siguro yung third year muna, yung... Ayan.
Oo.
I think I really enjoyed the culture of Pierce because it allowed me to improve upon myself. So I learned that parang the impact of really the students and their culture, like just them saying hi to you and acknowledging you is already a big deal.
Yeah.
And a lot of I call them my kids. So sila Justin and Jamie, they were my project heads, and they were I saw the improvement that they made in their own journey towards becoming leaders, and eventually lahat sila nag-run. So sabi nila mag-run na din ako. So sabi
Wow.
sige.
Sabay-sabay na
Sabay-sabay na tayo
Sama na
tumakbo.
tayo.
Ayan.
Sabay-sabay tayo. Yan.
Oo. Sige nga, baka maganda, no? Baka people are wondering, ano ba ang Ateneo Pierce?
Oo, ano bang ginagawa
ano ba ang
niyan?
ginagawa natin Ateneo Pierce? So, can you
Marami
introduce
ka ba mga
Ateneo
friends?
Pierce? Ayan, no?
Ateneo Pierce is the premier self-development org of the Ateneo. So we focus on really trying to get to your ideal self, so the person you want to become. Of course, there are facets of that include your mental health as well as your overall wellness, may that be physical,
Yeah.
or emotional, or mentally. And we try to do that by offering services with coaching and facilitation, as well as giving you the support system that you need to really feel confident to realize your best self.
Gusto ko yung na it's all about self-development.
Yes.
Oo. Getting to your ideal self.
Holistic
Oo.
approach. Yeah.
Siguro ito yung sinasabi natin, Sir Ino, na here in Ateneo, yung lagi nating sinasabi na holistic formation na hindi lang natin makukuha inside the classrooms, na makuha rin natin working
Outside.
in organizations. Kaya siguro, ayun, isang example siguro ang Pierce sa ano ba yung talagang concrete na kung sinasabi nating holistic development, 'di ba? Academics and co-curricular
At work, di ba?
Oo.
Kasi you of course you'll encounter that in your, kung may Gen Psych kayo, di ba? Or Psych, ano ba kayo? Psych 11 na yata yung tawag or something. Ay, hindi, ano yun? Basta may course sa core na that talks about that. I'm sure you'll find out yung in theory, di ba?
Yes.
Na parang what is self, ganyan, yung awareness, consciousness in philo, but seeing it at work, di ba?
Oo.
With among peers, among friends, di ba? It's a totally different experience. Yun. And that's what Pierce is doing din.
Tama.
Yeah.
Gano'ng katagal na ang Pierce?
From what I know, we're celebrating our 20th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
But there was a moment that we were unaccredited, I think, and nag-restart siya.
Nung time ko yata yun. hindi as a, hindi as a formator. Nung student yata ako, parang
May time na na-accredit ang
may time na hindi yata accredited yung peers. So it's just
Okay.
called peers. Yeah.
Okay, ayan. Tapos, how about membership? Ilan ba? Around
Right
how
now,
many?
we are at the 230.
Okay. Parang marami rin.
Malaki
ng-
din. And then most, anong composition niya? From different courses din? Or meron bang...
Majority talaga psych. Kaming psych
Okay,
students.
psych students.
I think even in my central board, 70% silang psych.
Like,
Pero, ano, di ba? Pierce is open to all.
It's not a home or
You being a management student, as the president of Pierce, di ba?
yeah. Ako interested ako why you chose peer. I'm sure ito yung pinaka-active mo org kasi ikaw yung president, di ba? Pero yun, being a management major, parang why did you parang choose to be more active in peers?
I think personally, I always had like a passion for social development. So, and Pierce and its advocacy seemed to be the one that I would most align with because
Yeah.
it's all about. It's not about changing people in a shallow level. It's about changing them really talaga, giving them the bravery and the support to be able to achieve the person that they want to become. And
Yeah.
from there, we hope it's gonna be like a trickle down effect.
Yes.
So, as our tagline is helping others help themselves. So, it's not just about lending a hand, but really teaching them how to become their own persons and hopefully also lend a hand later on.
And a very essential din when it comes to management, di ba? Na parang
Especially HR.
Yes, ako nga I hope there are a lot of managers who have psych background because this is actually important when you and then I know a lot of people, grad students na psych yung but eventually went to MBA kasi they really see the connection and the importance of having a psych background in managing an organization or a business kasi importante talaga na you also put people first. And doon mo makikita yun pagka may background ka na ganun. So it's not just about the bottom line or even the planet. It's also about the people.
And also talking about leadership din, naalala ko lang dun sa General Assembly ng Sanggunian, Sanggu Vice President JB Biharin shared this quote na nakalimutan na kung kanino galing na parang the greatest achievement of a leader is making other leaders or parang
Katuwa yun,
yun.
diba?
Yun. So parang helping people help themselves.
Yes.
Diba? I mean, it's the same, parang it goes with the same spirit na in any other field siguro.
Yeah.
Ganyan. Tulungan mong iba na tulungan ang sarili nila.
Yan.
Ayan. Galing.
No?
Ayan.
Daming alam, no?
Daming alam. Ayan. We were speaking about mental wellness.
Yes.
So wellness month.
Yes. Especially this week, di ba? Or last week, a lot of things happened, di ba?
Yes.
Parang, how do you keep up with all those information? It also affects, di ba, yung morale of not just the community but on an individual level, di ba? When you hear stories, accusations like this, parang, kamusta kayo? Parang yung situation that you see from using yung lens ng peers. Parang kamusta yung students hearing all these issues. Ayan.
I think personally, I'm very glad that we exist because a lot of students have come out to us talking about like their own experiences and asking us to be the voice on behalf of them and really changing. And I think for us, we try to remain, we don't want to associate or like discuss this because it's not our expertise, but we really want to reach out and give specific importance to the victims themselves because going through that experience is hard, and we want them to know that they're not alone in it. That we will be there, we can talk with them through it. If that's the only thing that we can do, at least we can do that.
Yeah.
So you actually parang get
Yes.
cases like that.
We had our own cases as well inside the organization, but we always remain that people can still change, people can grow, and the importance should really be on rehabilitation and really understanding that creating a safe space for everyone is beneficial to whoever you may be.
Yeah, maganda dito, Sir Ino. Yun, nabanggit kasi ni Rika na parang not claiming that you're parang experts on
Yeah.
on everything, pero parang in some aspect or at least in one aspect you can help, di ba? Parang yun yung maganda sa student organizations natin dito sa Loyola schools, na they are so diverse, varying in advocacies,
Yeah.
in core competencies, na in one way or another you can actually help, either with the survivors, the victims. Di natin alam, baka even with with some of the faculty na ano ba, worrying or concerned right now about the situation.
Yeah.
Yun yung maganda sa sa diversity ng student
And
organizations.
I'm sure if
natin.
students are also parang bothered by the things that they see or feel, kung hindi lang yung kahit yung mga direct victims of it, but if you feel bothered that you need someone to talk to, just to parang as a self-check na rin. So actually they can also
Yes.
come to you, di ba? Yung parang wala parang ang nakakababa siya ng moral, given na ang dami kong ginagawa, and then I'm sure people are pressuring me to, di ba, kahit tayo di ba, pag employee sa Ateneo, ganyan, tatanungin ka about it, nakaka-stress din siya i-share, di ba? Kahit wala ka namang alam, and then people are prodding you to, ano yung alam mo sa ganyan? It's a stressor din siya So, and then people can actually go to you and...
Yes. I think actually to summarize, there was a previous member, his name
Yeah.
was Miguel Antonio, and he said that he gave a story about how big the impact of just being there is, not even talking or giving advice, but just going through the journey with the people who are affected. So if it would be, Pierce would be that for people. We'll
Yeah.
just be there to listen to your journey.
Yeah, no, yung presence niya.
Yes.
Yung pagiging nandyan, yun lang, di ba?
Nandyan.
Yeah. So, speaking of,
Parang companionship, di ba?
companionship. Yun lagi din namin sinasabi sa OSA, na, di ba? It boils down to companionship, di ba? Pero speaking of, yung mga nabanggit mo na, what are siguro the services being offered by peers? Ano ba yung mga pwede nilang i-approach ang peers for?
We are in partnership with the Sanggunian as well as Psyche, with the Mental Health Coalition of the Ateneo. So as part of that, we give coaching and facilitation services towards the students that they can approach in the Sanggunian, and we also open our doors as well to anyone who wants to come to our org room in MVP 307 just to talk or to relax or to have a safe space where they can really be themselves.
Ayan. Yun nga, nabanggit mo na rin yung safe space, kasi siguro yun yung yun siguro yung number one ngayon with Ateneo, na ba?
Yeah.
Number one question about the university right now, na parang is it still a safe space, na ganyan. Siguro maganda rin na mapakita na siguro with organizations or within peers siguro in particular, you can find a safe space, no?
Yeah.
within peers. Siguro mga talking about the coming days or itong mga next few weeks, ano ba ang meron bang mga events, projects, initiatives ang peers? Siguro yun nga, talking about Wellness Month.
For outside of our organization, we are having Big Blue Sea. So it's actually online and offline. It's essentially a way for students to comment or to tell other people that they are not alone. So the basis for that is they will be posting post-it notes on some of the boards that we have across the school, and other students can react whether or not they feel the same or give advice or words of encouragement. And we have that online as well with our Facebook page called Ateneo Peers Big Blue Sea.
Alright, ayan.
So that will be happening this November.
Yan. used to be di ba? Yung Big Blue Sea, it used to be parang
A talk.
a talk
Yes.
for freshmen yata.
Yes,
Before. Oh.
Para siyang intact.
Oo.
Okay.
But now you've parang developed it into something bigger, no?
Yes, we really wanted to do events that aren't just events, so
Yes.
not just workshop or not just someone talking, but really something that will impact the community as a whole.
Yan.
Very giving kasi yung org, no? With their time and with their, even yung with yung apostolate nila of presence.
Oo.
Being there for, aside from the events, you have your daily, talaga na people can visit, stay.
Visit.
Kasi yun nga, parang minsan yun lang talaga yung kailangan siguro ng mga tao na
In the era of loneliness, di ba yun nga yun daw yung taon, yung na-experience na there are a lot of people who are actually lonely, no one to talk to, ganyan.
kasi ba hindi naman yun nga, sabi nga ni Rika, hindi naman nila kailangan ng hindi naman nila kailangan ng advice, hindi naman nila kailangan ng even affirmation
Yeah.
ng yung parang just someone to di ba, to vent out to, na minsan mahirap gawin, o siguro nga sabihin natin madalas mahirap gawin kasi di ba, when someone comes up to you, ang initial parang comes up to you with a story ganyan,
Yeah.
ang initial reaction mo is to respond, parang to give your opinion about it.
Yeah. Diba, and that's the easiest thing on conversation, to give advice and to have an opinion about it. But parang diba yung listening, really listening to someone, ayan. Narinig ako ni
Pero yung Siri, nakikinig siya.
Oo, nakikinig siya. Yun, but really listening, sitting through the conversation, I think that's mas mahirap siya and parang mas challenging siya for people, di ba?
We actually train our members on that. One of our core values is effective listening.
Yes.
So really listening, not to just respond, but listen to
Yes.
know what the person is saying. So that's what we really hope for in our organization, that people understand the value of listening.
Yes.
Na parang siguro in a world full of
Opinions.
noise, opinions, unnecessary noise,
Yes.
mga ganyan. Parang ang tanong kasi is, do we really listen? Diba? Or do we just yun nga, parang makikinig ka lang para to formulate a
diba?
response agad.
Yung parang lang, sinasabi mo lang ba yung gustong marinig ng tao, yung ganyan.
Yun. And it's one thing that peers can, or we can learn, from
Definitely.
from peers. Siguro speaking of your journey with peers, ano ba ang siguro pinaka memorable experience mo in joining or in being in peers so far? Kasi medyo matagal pa naman ng school year na to.
I think my start with peers started with the same as everyone else. One of our most popular events is called Talk. So you basically get a free drink if you talk to one of our strangers. So it prompts you to really self-disclose, or really, like you said, it guarantees you someone to listen. And it's a stranger pa, so walang preconceived notion or judgment. Hindi mo naman sila makikita ulit, so why not? And that's how it started for me. I talked to one of the VPs then, and we got to really talking for hours, I think, and I decided to become active because of that. It really helped me at that moment because I was feeling very sad, and just talking to someone really helped me go through that.
Oo. Nakakatuwa na yung memorable experience mo, yung reason why you joined, parang peers got your attention, why you joined peers, at yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina, pare-pareho lang na about listening, about parang having someone to listen to you and being someone that listens.
Na walang judgment.
Na walang judgment.
Pang friend, leave that to friends.
Yung judgments. Hindi, pero yun, I think may recent movie lang din yata na nagsabi nun na parang sometimes, talagang
Wow.
showbiz, na yung parang it's better to talk to strangers nga raw. Kasi nga walang judgment.
Ito Sabay yung ang setup ay sa Hong Kong.
Oo. Siyempre, yun yung naalala ko agad, pinakamalaki.
Akala ko yung una, akala ko sabihin mo yun sa New York eh.
Ano yun sa New York?
Wala.
Ay,
Sa Hong Kong.
Ay, sa Hong Kong, yan nga na it's better to talk to strangers. Pero in your opinion ba, is it better to talk to strangers or mas maganda ba na friend mo talaga yung makikinig sa'yo?
I think it really depends because us people then we train our members to know what it means to listen. It's not just about listening without judgment,
Yeah.
but learning to get to the root of the person's
Yeah.
problem, like really. So it depends on how heavy it is that the thing that you don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
Syempre, there is still stuff that you want to talk with people that you trust, which are of course your friends then.
Oo, na hindi naman siya basta lang magkwento ka lang or makapagkwento ka lang.
Yeah. So how can they reach you kung gano'n, di ba? Parang pupunta. Meron ba kayong hotline? I think before meron kayong, pero wala na ba ngayon?
Wala na. Facebook na lahat eh. Social na.
Ayan. So parang if you wanna schedule maybe a visit or an appointment to appear.
You can just message our
on
Facebook page or our mascot, si Mang Pepe the
Ayan, si Mang
Pier.
Pepe nga pala.
Yes.
Ano pangalan nung
Ano yung pangalan niya, Rika?
Mang Pepe the Pier.
Yeah,
He's a farmer.
Mang Pepe the Pier.
Pinsan ni Survey yan. Si Mang Pepe the Pier. Yung mga orgs na may ano sila eh. May mascot sila eh. May personality yung yung Facebook page. And so you have two, di ba? You have two Facebook page. Tama ba? Si Pepe tsaka yung Facebook
Yung
page
mismo official Facebook page, yes.
And then or they can just pay you a visit at your org group.
Yes, at MVP 307.
307. Ayan. Kaya kung gusto nyo pong lapitan o lumapit sa Ateneo Pierce, yun, maraming avenues for you to talk to one of their members. Pwede si Rika na rin mismo.
Of course.
Ayan.
My door is always open.
Yes. Priority po natin ang students, ha?
Baka may kayo dumating.
May mga faculty, huwag kayo, ha? Ano kayo? Sa iba kayo?
Ayan,
Students,
oo. At yun nga no, na mahalaga talaga pag-usapan ngayong parang these days or ang wellness dahil alam naman natin nagiging masyado ng busy, dami ng ginagawa ang lahat, no? Students, employees, the pace of life sobrang bilis na that yun nga paminsan-minsan baka kailangan lang nating huminto, makipag-usap with someone na na hindi tayo napakikinggan tayo authentically.
Yan. Hirap na yan. Lalo na kung nag-iisa. Yan. Siyempre.
Yan, ang nag-iisang
Roxanne Lopez.
special mention.
Oo, pupunta kaya sa Korea.
Ay, yung nga pala. Ayan. Kaya naman, we really appreciate all the hard work that our organizations put into their projects, their initiatives, their advocacies, and we thank them. We thank you for doing what you do day in and day out para matulungan kung sino man yung mga tinutulungan ninyo, yung mga gusto ninyo tulungan with Ateneo Peers sa mga kinakailangan ng yun nga, someone to talk to. Siguro it all boils down to that, no? Just someone to talk to.
Exactly. Doon muna tayo. Parang wala munang advice, wala munang referrals, and you refer. So, but if you feel that you need to talk to someone, yan, Pierce is there.
Ayan. Siguro some last words, Rika, invitation to join Pierce next year or
ganyan.
any parang siguro ngayon maghingan ka namin ng advice sa mga nakikinig sa atin, nanonood sa atin who are looking for the right words para matulungan sila through their day, through their week, or or through the year, ano ba ang from Ateneo peers, anong mabibigay mo sa kanilang advice?
I think for me, especially for organizations or officers there, it's important they be proactive because a lot of times we leave it up to our officers to be the one to defend themselves or to speak out, but we forget the value and the importance and how much impact it can really mean to talk for someone, to defend someone, to
Yeah.
speak for them. And kasi iba talaga pag galing sa iba, pag dinidefend ka ng iba, iba kasi sa i-defend mo yung sarili mo. So that would be my advice, is to look with the people who are closest to you, try to understand what they're going through and be the one to make the first step and ask them, how are you doing?
Doon talaga nagsisimula yun, no? Ang parang medyo inside joke nga namin sa OSA. Mahirap magtanong nung kumusta ka? Kasi it can really open so many doors eh.
Yes.
Pero kasi sometimes din yun ang kailangan ng tao.
Sometimes talaga nakakatakot tanongin yan.
Oo, yung
Kamusta ka? Yan.
Nagsimula na yun na. And pero yun, dahil nga pareho, I think peers and OSA are one in that advocacy of presence, of companionship. And so siguro we hope to work with Ateneo peers in the future, siguro in coordination of Sir Justin Viray, our coordinator for wellness.
Hingi kayo ng coffee maker kay Justin. Baka naman.
Sir Justin, please.
Justin. Tsaka sofa daw, Justin.
Yes, sir.
Ayan. So, again, we thank our guest for this morning, the president of Ateneo Peers, Ms. Rica Slut. Maraming salamat, Rica,
Thank you
for
din po.
joining us.
Yan.
Thank you for...
Cheers to peers. Yan.
Uy, pwedeng ano yun. Pwedeng year-end party. Cheers to peers.
Cheers
Yun
to
na yung
peers.
line namin.
Cheers to peers.
Ayan. You're doing a great job. Kasi kailangan natin ng ganyan ngayon.
Kailangan.
Peer council,
Talaga.
peer coaching, peer facilitation. Yan.
Ayan. Okay, couple of announcements from the Jesuit Communications. JESCOM and Xavier School invite you to the events with international liturgical music composer David Haas. On November 9. That will be a Saturday at Xavier School in San Juan City. There will be a liturgical music workshop for choirs, church musicians, and choral directors from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. A concert also featuring the music of David Haas and the Jesuit Music Ministry with performances from Bukas Palad, Ateneo Chamber Singers, Hangad, Himig Jesuita, Mary the Queen Choir, Pansol Choir, Tinig Barangka, and of course, Father Manoling Francisco of the Society of Jesus will be at
Yung
5
guests.
p.m. Oo, ang daming guests nito. Ngayon, if you're interested to watch this show, you may purchase your tickets at the Tanging Yaman store at SM Mega Mall and also here at the ground floor of Sonolox building, Jesuit Communications. Or you can also get your tickets online. At online at www.jescom.ph. May online na. For inquiries, you may call 842-6... kasi nga pala, digits na nga
Yes.
pala. Starting October 6. Ayan. 842-65971.
Yan.
Okay, ulitin ko po.
natin.
842-65971, local 110 and 113, or send an email to sales@jescom.ph. Ayan, David Haas in Manila.
In Manila with a lot of performances.
Marami. Ito pala, dito pala sa ayan, live in
May Bukas
Manila.
Palad, guys. Tama na. Chamber singer. ACS. Yan. Sweeta.
Kaya panoorin niyo po natin November 9 at Xavier School. Oo, tama. Okay, maraming salamat po muli sa pagsama sa amin this morning, October 21, 2019. 65 days from Christmas at 1 week before Halloween.
1 week na nga lang pala. Okay.
Next week, kaya kaya kinakailangan talaga mag-isip at maghanap ng costume dahil wala pa talaga ako naiisip ko.
Ako din.
Ayan, pero abangan nyo po ang Instagram namin para makita kung ano-ano mga costume namin. Baka, ayan, wig na naman ang team ng Halloween party natin.
Ayoko na.
Oo, ang mahal ng wig.
Ang mahal ng wig.
Ayan, maraming salamat po. Ako po muli, si Neil Reyes.
Boss Gino Torres.
Ayan, from the Office of Student Activities, and this has been Lead X, the show all about student organization and student activities life. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat.
Lead X. X is for the extracurricular life of the Ateneo College students. X is for the X factor that transforms them into leaders, into men and women for others. X is for Lead X. Lead X.
Down from the hill.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan, radyo, 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 Katipunan, radyo, Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle kami.